Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery in BL tonight. We're going to kick things off in a big way, talking about Creamy, Caravan Limited, leading ice cream company right here in Jamaica, manufacturing, distribution, all of those good things. Update on their dividend meeting here. Creamy advises the Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE. It had its board meeting held Thursday, August 4th, 2022. The directors of Creamy decided not to declare a dividend at this time. Now, next up here, we got JFP Limited, recently on the Jamaica Stock Exchange in terms of the IPO. Now, a director resignation here already. JFP Limited comes out and advises that Julie Thompson-James has resigned from its board of directors effective August 5th, 2022. Next up, we got Caravan Flavors coming out with some earnings here. So the earnings reports coming in hot and heavy to the Jamaica Stock Exchange. That's ticker symbol CFF. Revenue growing for the second quarter by 11%, but the earnings pretty fair. We'll get to those. The revenue coming out for the second quarter, 185.6 million Jamaican for the period ending June 30th, 2022. An improvement though from 167.5 million year over year. Now getting to the earnings, what we love on Business Live, the EPS for the comparative period, it was flat at 3 cents per share Jamaican dollars for June 30th, 2022 versus June 30th, 2021, or year over year. Now the net profit, 24.3 million versus 24.2 million. That's what we're talking about there in terms of flat EPS 3 cents. Now cash short-term investments, we always see CFF very strong here. The balance sheet keeps being strong, closing the period at approximately 290 million Jamaican. Now getting to Sterling Investments Limited, SIL, dividend advisory here coming out to the market. The directors of Sterling Investments state they're going to be convening a meeting August 11th, 2022 to consider an interim dividend. We end tonight talking about some more earnings here. Lasco Financial, their first quarter earnings coming out disappointing here, sliding by 27%. A big fall off or drop off here by Lasco Financial. I mean, they're busy in many different parts of the financial sector, but also they have a loan book which continues to compress a little bit, struggling there. Now, these are earnings for its first quarter coming out at 4.38 cents per share. By the numbers overall, net profit 55.8 million versus 74.9 million Jamaican. The EPS, as we mentioned, 4.38 cents versus 5.9 cents. That's the downward slope right there. And the total revenue, though, that declined as well, a concern. 564 million for the quarter versus 591 million year over year. Now, we're talking about Lasco Financial's loan book. We've seen it kind of like a seesaw. You know, they're growing at one quarter or a year, then they're kind of compressing. But the bottom line here, and as compared to the previous year, and more so March of this year, that was a year end, it's just compressing. Now, loans and other receivables closed this period here, June 2022, just under 1.5 billion Jamaican, 1.42 billion, lower than the 1.51 billion in the previous year. But compared to March, it was at 2.02 billion. That's when the market really figured or thought that things were now going to be getting better, grow that loan book. But we see here a major fall off, 500 million Jamaican or more. I'm Mark Croskery. Have a great evening. This is Business Live.